What's going on, guys? I never thought I'd be sitting here making a Sigil Powder video for Diablo 4, but with the launch of the Abattoir of Zir on December 5th, here we are. So why are we here? What are we talking about? Quickly and simply, right? The cost of creating Bloodforged Sigils, which is what we're going to run for the Abattoir of Zir, there's 25 levels, right? The cost to make those, with regards to Sigil Powder, is extremely high compared to what I thought it was before. A Tier 1 Bloodforged dungeon is going to require 800 Sigil Powder for Tier 1, right? And have a look at this photo. In this photo, you can see that the cost of like a Tier 100 Nightmare dungeon to craft a sigil, to get into a Tier 100 Nightmare dungeon, is 450 Sigil Powder. So you can make this, that's fine, that's what we're used to. But a Bloodforge Tier 1 and some other ones are going to cost 800 just to start. But if you look at this photo, something I didn't realize, and this was brought to my attention from a community member, right? The Collector KC on Twitch, thank you for that, by the way. The cost of this goes up. So we know that the cost of Bloodforge sigils with regards to Sigil Powder is going to be even more than I anticipated. So if you're a guy like me or a chick out there playing the game and you got very little Sigil Powder, like 2,000 isn't going to be enough to allow me to construct these Bloodforged Sigils to get into the higher tiers of the Abattoir of Zir, right? Because I don't have the Sigil Powder. So today, as like a PSA, start farming those Nightmare dungeons. I know you can't get enough. I certainly haven't seen enough from Season 1. I'm just kidding. I can't wait to get back in there, but play together, slay together, get as much Sigil Powder as you can. You're going to need it, right? What happens if you run a Bloodforged dungeon and you don't complete the timer? It's kind of like a failed dungeon, right? I don't know that you're going to be getting any kind of Sigil Powder for failing. So you're going to want to be farming Sigil Powder frequently to make sure you have enough ammunition in the magazine, right? To unload and just keep trying and trying and trying. So I would imagine in the beginning it's going to cost us about 800 Sigil Powder for the first sets of Bloodforged dungeons. And then once we get to like level 10, what's that going to cost? Who knows, right? What's a level 20 Bloodforged Sigil going to cost to farm? I don't know. I've never done this. I didn't have access to it, and that's okay. But I want to let you know today, get that Sigil Powder farming, because without it, you can't even get into the Abattoir of Zir. So today, before December 5th rolls out, you could efficiently be spending your time in Diablo 4, getting through those Nightmare dungeons, picking up any sigils you find to go ahead and basically deconstruct them at the vendor. So you go to an occultist, like that's why we're here at the occultist, right? You visit the occultist and you can break down any sigil you want into Sigil Powder. And I recommend that you do that. Also, you can do Tree of Whispers farming. If you do Tree of Whispers farming, handing in the Grim Favor, 10 Grim Favor, will always drop you a Nightmare Sigil, which you can then also deconstruct into Sigil Powder, but also get materials for Duriel, which may also be something you want to do to help you increase your player power for the Abattoir of Zir. So just a quick video today, just a quick PSA. I didn't even realize Sigil Powder is going to be this important, but I bet you it is. Let me know in the comments below if you already were onto this, if you're hot to the take. I didn't know, but I wanted to share with you guys and gals out there to make sure that time spent is meaningful, important, and enjoyable. Much love from me to you. Thank you for checking out this video. Have a good one.